Hi, this is Chris from dashcamcentral.com.au, and today I'm just going to show you how to set up your GIT2 action camera as a dashcam. So the GIT2 and in fact the GIT1 both easily transfer from action camera into dashcam, so we're just going to take you through the process of that now. There's a few other bits and pieces that you're going to need. So of course you're going to need your action camera, and to use it effectively as a dashcam you're also going to need dashcam cradle. So this will help you get it mounted up onto your windscreen, so you can see it's got the tripod mount there, and I'll show you how to use that in a second. The other thing that you're going to need is mount. So this is the Get Up suction mount, tripod screw, but you can in fact use a couple of different type mounts. Anything that really has a tripod screw you can use. So that one's a little bit more discreet and still a little bit smaller on your windscreen. The other thing you're going to need is of course a permanent power supply. So even though the GIT2 runs for about 90 minutes off its own battery, to effectively use it as a GIT dashcam you're really going to need a car charger and of course mini USB to be compatible with your GIT2. So, alright, so we'll just show you the settings of how to go from action camera into dashcam mode. So essentially, basically, we're just going to power the camera on, so hold that power button on the front on for a couple of seconds, and you see that it's going to power on, and then we're just going to switch it over. Have a look at the back. So again, we're just going to use the front button here, and we're just going to scroll through till we get to settings menu, and we'll use the side button here, the Wi-Fi button, just to go into those settings. So first thing we need to do is just use the front button again. Scroll through till we get to the top right there where it says car mode, start, off, and then we're just going to use the top button to switch that from off to on. So that's effectively switching from action camera mode into car mode or dashcam mode. And there's a couple of other things that we need to do, so I'll show you those now. Again, just use the side button, go out of that menu, and you see we've gone back to the video record menu. Camera's not recording, it's in standby. Push that side button once more just to go into the video menu, and you've got your video menus coming up. Use your front button, just scroll through to the second one, so that's your loop recording options, and you can see it's switched off at the moment. Just use your top button to select what time frames you want, and I'm just going to set that to 3 minutes. You can scroll through a little bit further, so you can obviously have your date stamp on there, and there's a few other settings you can have, but the important ones for dashcam mode, we'll just scroll through at the bottom of the list. You do have motion detection, so you can switch that on or off. I'm just going to leave that set to off, and you've got UG sensor as well, so that's switched off at the moment. I'm going to use the top button, I'm just going to set that to low, but you do have middle, high settings and off, so I'm just going to set that to low. And push the side button again, we're going to go back into camera mode. So that's effectively it. You've set up your dash cam options, and you've switched over from action cam to dash cam. From there, every time you want to switch back to action cam mode, it's really just a matter of scrolling through to your settings menu, going into your settings, and then going to auto start car mode on or off. So we're going to grab out the settings now, we won't change that. We're just going to again hold that front button 4 seconds, and we're going to power off the camera. So now you're all in dashcam mode, and we're going to install it into the vehicle, so to speak. So take your cradle, pop your GIT2 into your cradle. It's a nice snug fit, which is good. It's a nice tight fit. Then you can of course pop your mount in. So I'll just pop that in there, and then you can effectively pop it onto your windscreen. So from there you're obviously going to plug in your car charger. I'm going to do that now, and you should be pretty much set up to go as a dash cam. So as you can see, we've got the power coming on, assuming that we switch the car on, and you can see right there that the red flashing lights come on, and you've gone straight into auto start, and the camera has commenced loop recording for us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to switch off the camera just so you can see what happens. So there's a couple of other settings in here, and you're going to see that the camera is going to continue to record in type of parking mode. It's not actually going to switch off, and I'll show you why that is. So you can actually go in and set the auto time off on this to any settings right up to an hour. So as you walk away from your car, this will run off its own battery and it'll continue to record in parking mode for as long as you've set it. So, but just to show you how that works, we're just going to go back into standby mode, and then we're just going to go through into the settings. Side button, so we don't need to take it out of the cradle to do this. Front button, scroll through. And you can see here we've got the auto power off set to 60 minutes. We're just going to go and change that. So the auto power off is in fact off. So we'll go out of there, and for the purposes of this, you can see that the camera has switched off because we've got the power off. So what we're going to do is power it on. So we're turning on the ignition this time again. You'll see that will automatically go into loop recording. We'll start getting the flashing. There you go. So you've got the auto start with your ignition on, and this time around we're just going to switch the ignition off after 10 seconds. Switch the ignition off, and then we're just going to wait for the camera to recognise that it has a loss of power, and within about 10 to 15 seconds you're going to see that it's going to power off with the car as well. So that's pretty much it. That is your auto power off. So you can see the camera switched off. It's completely switched off, and it's auto stop started with your ignition. So that's how you set up your GIT1 or your GIT2 as a dash cam. So that's it for now. That's Chris from dashcamcentral.com.au.